Okay. I don't even know where logout is on here on the app. Okay. Yep, I just hit continue. Dude. And now I just lost signal. Oh, is that because your thing is playing? Or... Okay. And now I just lost signal again. Okay. Okay, hi everyone, this is Cricket Aria. I am playing this bit for Fal because he finds it boring, but everybody voted last night that they wanted to see it. I have to get used to using the PlayStation controls because I play on the Xbox. Oh, you're not gonna let me travel? Now let's try. There we go. So this afternoon we're going to do the infamous ball scene, and I'm going to do all the political bit that most people find boring, and I'm going to pass it over during the fight scenes because I don't want to play a mage on Insanity. I don't like mages. Loading, loading, loading. Loading, loading, loading. Run, 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 run. And I will be aiming to get him the Belle of the Ball achievement. Which... Okay. You know, it does save itself a checkpoint when you're, going into one of the major things. Your headphone just told me that auto shutdown is enabled. Should I worry about that? Okay. Oh, you have an Inquisition perk. Any preferences for it? Okay. Let us go and be fancy pants.
We have to reach the Empress before Corypheus. The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our
Well, don't get too distracted from your job, Vic.
The Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Celine will be meeting for peace talks with usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala.
The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
What do we know about Duke Gaspard?
The man who would have been Emperor. He's Celine's cousin, and was first in line to inherit the throne when Emperor Florian died. Celine outmaneuvered him. She won over the Council of Heralds, who hold authority over title disputes. She became Empress, and he a general in the Imperial Army. He's well loved by the troops. He's also a Chevalier. Most of their numbers sided with him when he turned on the Empress.
Aren't the Chevaliers part of the army? Why would they follow the Duke?
Most Chevaliers are sworn to serve the crown, but that does not give them faith in the person wearing it. The Empress has tried to improve relations with Ferelden and Navarra. The Chevaliers see her as anti-military. They believe Gaspard could lead the Empire back to the glory of Draken's expansion years.
Did you ever get your follower sounds and everything working again?
Nah, I gotta work on
Oh yeah, it'll be funny if you
Tell
get
me
more
everything you
followers
know
when I'm
about
the
the
one playing.
Empress Celine is a renowned diplomat and reformer. She works tirelessly to secure peace for the Empire. Unfortunately, many Orlesians view peace as complacency. She has yet to name an heir, leaving the future of the Empire in doubt if anything happens to her. Especially when the next in line is her cousin Gaspard, who's made few friends on the Council of Heralds.
Celine is surrounded at all times by countless guards, courtiers, servants, and vassals. What better place for an assassin to hide than the Empress's own household?
How can Gaspard still be next in line while he wages war against his Empress?
The title Grand Duke indicates that he was a prince before the Empress took the throne.
Who is this Ambassador Briala?
An ambassador in name only. She has organized the elves of Halam Shiral into an underground army. The Empress invited her to the peace talks in a bid to gain the elves' alliance in the war. That would be scandal enough, without the rumor that Briala is a jilted lover of Celine's. A personal grudge and a network of saboteurs at her command. A promising lead.
Wait, the elven leader is a jilted lover of the Empress.
It's not widely known. Just a rumor whispered among the palace servants a few years ago. If it's true and were to get out, the Empress and an elf. The scandal could destroy Celine's court. Even if a lie, Briala could use it to blackmail the Empress. She has some connection to the throne.
Do we need to go to the peace talks? The Empress must have personal guards. We could just warn her she's in danger.
We've made the attempt, but
It seems that our messages never reached her. Someone intercepted them.
It's better that we don't leave this to chance. If Orlais falls to Corypheus, no land is safe.
Okay, so all this setup was originally set up in the book The Stolen Throne, or not The Stolen Throne, The Masked Empire, The Stolen Thrones of Ferelden book.
We shouldn't waste any time. Let's
Do-do-do.
go to the Winter Palace.
And it introduces Gaspard is basically an honorable guy, but as far as Orlais' politics goes, is about as blunt as a hammer. He's not really good for the way their whole system is. Celine is really good at the political side of things, but she also has some shady dealings going on. And Briala is basically lashing out as a jilted lover, just like they said. And in the past, she did just stand by while Celine raised the alienages and stuff while she was her lover, though she obviously felt bad about that. But yeah, if you ever have a chance to read that book, it'll set up this whole dealio. Do-do-do. I'm taking Cole because I like what he says in here. Do you have a preference between Cassandra and Iron Wolf or Warrior? Then I'll just take Cassandra. Yeah, he's the one who's actually going to do any fighting to have a say in whose party's there. But I like Cole in this bit. He hates Orlais.
the political situation in Halam Shiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
It is a great pleasure to meet you, Inquisitor Lavellen. The rumors coming out of the Western Approach say you battled an army of demons. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
Yep, everybody said that they wanted to see it, but he hates playing it, so I am playing it.
Exactly what would be required to get that Imperial support?
I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you. My lady, are you prepared to shock the court by walking into the Grand Ball with a hateful usurper? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Duke
I'll be
Gaspard.
friendly.
I look forward to ending this civil war.
As do I, my friend. The Empire needs stability and security, now more than ever. If you have the safety of the Orlesian people at heart, Inquisitor, perhaps you will look into something for me. This elven woman, Briala, I suspect that she intends to disrupt the negotiations. My people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of their crimes.
Spoilers, everybody plans to disrupt the negotiations.
That sounds like something I should look into.
Be as discreet as possible. I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
Is that the Inquisitor?
An elf savage!
Let's see, starting at 40. Okay, that's not as bad as I was thinking it would. Elves and mages both get... Oh, nope, 10 or 30. Elves and mages both get a decrease in court approval immediately because, you know, they're not well liked, but it looks like they don't stack. That's good. Let's see, now we need to go find this lady.
You there! Rabbit! Have you seen a ring anywhere? It was a gift from the Countess Montbelliard, enchanted by the Fomari. I cannot go into the ball without it.
That's a terrible predicament.
If the Countess finds out, make her have mercy. Should you happen upon it, I beg you, let me know.
The key to getting good court approval around here is to act as though you already know what's going on and do not give away too much. It's basically the whole thing. You have to play as an Orlesian.
Maker, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
Is this the ring you were looking for?
You are a treasure! I cannot believe you found it! You have saved me a lifetime of mortification. How can I thank you enough?
What is Lady Pentecost wearing?
Run, 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 run. In this little courtyard area, you can't come back to it. It just introduces you to some of the concepts of the spying that you're going to be doing here. If we head up here, you'll get your first chance at eavesdropping.
This is a private conversation. Please leave.
Thought it was up here. Ah, other side.
Any word from the front lines?
My spies said the bodies were beyond counting.
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend. If the Maker does not hear us now, just pray.
The one thing that really disappoints me about this bit is that most of the eavesdropping sections are not like that. You don't get to actually hear decent conversations. There it is. You just get your Inquisitor standing there for a second and going, interesting. When I'm sure they could have come up with lots of fun things to have people say. But every time you get information from eavesdropping, that is basically court intrigue stuff that you can take to Liliana and where was that statue? Somewhere over here. And that'll increase your court approval too, gradually, having dirt on everybody around. I have no idea what kind of stuff you have, do I? I was just looking to see if it was worth even picking up any of that stuff that I did. The staff was not. Yeah, I figured that it probably wouldn't be. Yeah. Boop, ba-doo. Now, if you wanted, you could use that one Hala statue I just picked up to unlock one of the doors around here. Like, you see this one here? Has the empty slot right there for it. But I am not going to do that. It's better to hold on to them until you can get to doors that actually have stuff that you need behind them, even though some of them have decent treasure rooms and everything. This one here, I think I need a key for. Oh, no, I don't. Yay. Gold. Don't need. I should check what Cole has, though, because I know you haven't played him in a little bit. How do you switch people with their PlayStation? It's not working the same way as what? That's what I'm hitting, but it's... Oh, do I only have her with me right now? Yeah, that would explain it. I only have her with me right now. Well, I'll grab that knife just in case. Though I... Oh, you do? Okay. Those coins are very gradually raise up your court approval. There's a fountain in the main area that if you throw the coins in them, it gives you 1 approval per coin. Which, if you drop down a little bit from sneaking around in unapproved areas, will give you a little bit more of a boost.
Inquisitor, a moment, if you please. I must warn you before you go inside. How you speak to the court is a matter of life and death. It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
Did you have Sarah with you the last time you did this one?
I'll keep my guard up. Don't worry.
The game is like Wicked Grace played to the death. You must never reveal your cards. When you meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire court will be upon you. You are safer in the Fade with the Fear Demon.
It might be a good idea for the others to hear this warning. Especially Sarah. Maybe tell her twice.
I'll have a few discreet words. Everything will be fine. Andraste, watch over us all.
Warning Sarah twice would probably not be enough. Cutting out her tongue might work, but then she'd still have hands to gesture with. I don't think there's anything actually down either of these areas right now. I'm just double checking. Hmm? Yeah, that is a good point, Ick.
Is that the Inquisitor?
A Dalish? No, that cannot be.
You'd think by now everybody would know that the Inquisitor is a Dalish. Hey, Cullen.
Check it let out a little.
Yeah. After 2 games and novels and everything about how great Orlesian fashion is, it's kind of disappointing. You just have this militariist jacket thing for all your characters. Even though it's understandable that the Inquisitor wouldn't want to be in a giant skirt.
He plans to take it by force. If the council won't recognize him, he'll march against them.
You'd think since you can talk to this dude he'd be important. He totally is not. He just lets you stand there banging X to hear the various ambient conversations you can get. He'll repeat the same things other people say. Up here is the royal quarters, which are going to be our final stop in this quest, but we won't be there for quite a while.
Interesting.
And up here is the royal library, which is another place that we're going to go be in a bit.
Boring.
As I said, they really kind of laced out with the eavesdropping on this. They could have had them say interesting things, they just totally don't.
Gaspard never struck. Interesting.
Here we go. No.
Boring.
And sometimes you'll get spots like that where you have to reuse them a few times before it'll finally actually give you any information.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lady Inquisitor Lavellen. Shepherd and leash of the Wayward Order of Templars, purger of the heretics from the ranks of the faithful.
He is so full of it. That's not how it went.
Champion of the Blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena.
Get on with it.
Pantagast, 14th cousin to the King of Navarra, 9 times removed, hero of Orlais, right hand of the Divine. Her Ladyship, my bulls each, of course. Sir Callum Stanton Rutherford of Honley, command of the forces of the Inquisition, former Knight Commander of Kirkwall. Lady Liliana, Nightingale of the Imperial Court, veteran of the 5th Blight, Seneschal of the Inquisition, and left hand of the Divine. And Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of Antiva City, Ambassador of the Inquisition.
If you run right ahead when they first announce you, it'll start up the cutscene that comes after this, so you have to hang back if you want to hear everybody's introductions. You'll notice that Cole did not get anything because he's Cole. They don't even know he's there. He's off disappearing in the Royal Library right now.
Cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Inquisitor?
Lady Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
Behind her, moving her arms awkwardly as she talks.
I am delighted to be here, Your Majesty.
We have heard much of your exploits, Inquisitor. They have made grand tales for long evenings. How do you find Halam Shiral?
I have no words to suffice. Halam Shiral has many beauties, and I couldn't do them justice.
Your modesty does you credit, and speaks well for the Inquisition. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Were I?
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
And you're the one typing on the keyboard, so you're the one who muted me. I keep telling you should have it set up to just auto-talk instead of having hotkeys.
The Templars have returned to the faith.
We can hope this is a sign of things to come.
Let's see. One of the annoying things about this part is that stuff that you can search for will not actually show up until you are right on top of it, so you just go around banging the left trigger stick until something happens.
Oh, Josephine, is this her? Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montigny.
Josephine's sister is cute. She's all chipper about getting to meet you and everything.
I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true you found the Red Templars sacrificing heretics and drinking blood from mages' veins? Yvette, everyone in Antiva City is saying so. Is it true?
There was dark magic there, yes. But none of it so visceral.
Oh, did you check everywhere? That's quite enough, Yvette.
This may be my only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
Oh yes, as she told you about when she was 10 and... Yvette, stop. Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the... No. She once told the Duke of... Absolutely not. Huh. She still plays with her doll collection when no one's looking. Yvette, that's absurd. Absolutely preposterous.
Yeah, I like Josephine's little sister.
I see many of them. The dancing is so dull, Your Worship, but the Empress's gallery is magnificent. Yvette. Sorry, Josie.
Go on, Josephine.
Half Royal must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
Tell me about yourself, Lady Yvette. This is the first time I've encountered any of Josephine's family.
She would forget to mention the artists. I've been studying painting under Antiva's royal tutors.
You should be proud, Josie. I'm going to be exhibiting my work next season in the city's biggest salon.
Have you actually sat down and finished the painting yet?
I must wait for my inspiration.
And I must wait for your tutor's pins.
Okay. Yeah. So for all that she might not mention the artist in her family, at least Josephine's nice enough that she's the one who's paying for her sister's to study art.
Celine has held the throne successfully.
That's not going anywhere.
See no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
Yep, so like I was saying earlier, that's what, if you read the book, it shows too, that Gaspard is basically a decent folk guy. He's got lots of military experience, but he would not be the greatest political choice for the country.
I heard Celine was having the entire wing.
Hey, Sarah.
Beats his squire. He's a she. Why would she do such a thing now?
Extra toes. What a fun, close marrying crowd.
The bonus about having Sarah here is that she will give you tips towards red Jenny catches that are kept around the palace.
Of your little network.
You mean, do any of the servants ferrying tarts between these windy tits hate them enough to give up a stash or two? I'm not saying yes, but wait, yes I am. There's some good stuff hidden around. Keep an eye out.
Making any new friends?
Not likely. I'm watching them watch you. They're all glances and titters. Not sure if they're allowed to like you yet. Pathetic.
Any thoughts on who we're investigating?
The Empress is pretty. It'd be fun to drink and kill stuff with Gaspard. Briala is friggin' funny. Elves, elves, elves. But it's really a pissing match with an old lover. Don't know the rest, but that explains a lot. They're all lying, but Celine's nice to look at. Good thing we're here to save her neck.
Think I can get you to dance with me later?
Me on their precious tiles? That's a good one. Besides, I don't. That's not me, yeah? Couldn't be me.
Back soon.
Not going anywhere.
If you bring your romance interest to the ball, you get a cute scene with them towards the end of this bit. Though that's hours away. This is a very long quest. This lady here will not talk to you until your approval is high enough. Right now, if I talk to her, she'd just say, go away, come back later. Or Cullen. Everybody's flirting with him.
You need something? The sooner we track down this infiltrator, the better.
Huh? A good while. Okay.
You've attracted a following. Who are all these people?
I don't know. They won't leave me alone.
Right now, Fall is running away to take a shower. So he's going to go quiet in the chat for a while.
I take it you're not enjoying yourself.
At this point, the headache I'm developing is preferable to the company.
If you come by at the right time, you'll catch Cullen getting his ass pitched by some of the people following around Cork Eye.
Do you have any advice?
Orlesian social events don't fall within my area of expertise. There are a few here we can trust. Be careful.
Who do you think the Inquisition should support?
Gaspard's claim to the throne is fair. Orlais needs someone capable of responding to the crisis at hand. A military-minded leader seems the best option.
Yeah, basically all of their opinions on who would be best depends on their own personalities. He's the military man, so he thinks Gaspard would. Josephine's all political, so she thinks that Celine is the best fit.
The only one to survive the Temple of Sacred Ashes. Yes.
Run around, run around. Look for crap. It is a bit funny as the night gets on. You start finding different types of things. At this time of night, what you're going to find is mostly just internal correspondences, stuff like that. By the end of the party, you'll be finding scandalous love letters and stuff. As people get drunker. I've already been out here. I'm not sure where Cassandra is. Josephine, Cullen, that's Sarah, that's Liana. Cole is over here in the black part. I'm guessing maybe she's out in the gardens or somewhere. Yeah, sorry to hear that you're running a fever, Noah. That was me yesterday. It is not fun.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will win us all.
Oh yeah, and this is what you find a lot of for just standard reading is bits of Orlesian theater. That one introduces it to you, and then you'll find a whole bunch of excerpts of plays that I personally did not find that entertaining.
Good.
I don't like reading play
I
scripts.
would catch you. What did the Duke say?
He points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
How can Celine openly keep an apostate in the Imperial Court?
The Imperial Court has always had an official position for a mage. Before now, it was little better than court jester. Vivian was the first to turn that appointment into a source of real political power. When the circles rebelled, technically every mage became an apostate. The word lost much of its strength.
Val is actually in the shower right now, Yanni. Welcome to the stream. This is Cricket Aria. Because he finds this part of the game boring to play through, but people wanted to see it, he threw me on to play through the political bits and get him the Belle of the Ball achievement. He'll be taking over once there's combat parts, though.
That sounds exactly like the person we're looking for.
She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
Aw, Liliana, you don't like your old friends? That's just mean. Okay, let's see if we can get anything decent this time.
I had no idea.
There we go. So like I said earlier, sometimes you have to try eavesdropping spots multiple times. The last time I did that one, it didn't get me anything, but this time got me some more info to hold against people.
Waste of time.
That one's still not giving me anything, though. Back to the ball. Yeah, I offered him to do that for him last night, Yanni. And then when he had me come over to play it today, he said, by the way, you're going to be streaming too, you know. Okay, let's turn in some of our blackmail material to Liliana.
Trimmed with pearls and emeralds and those buckles. Toss her into the lake and she'll sink right to the bottom. What a disaster.
And she still is a close hound, even if she doesn't show it as much this game.
And you're concerned about buckles on shoes.
Everyone needs a hobby. Besides, you can learn a great deal about a person from their clothing. Gold and jewels on a dancing slipper. A slipper is easily lost and finds itself in the dust and dirt. She is unconcerned with the possibility of losing the shoe or soiling it. A vulgar display of wealth. But Lady Cambien's family has recently lost most of its holdings. They have their title, but little else. So, how did Cambien acquire such a grand shoe, What has she done? Who has she bedded? These are all useful questions, no?
Our spy mistress is such a little
I
gossip.
found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
Very interesting. It may not help our investigation, but we can put it to use. A little more dirt like this, and we might have some leverage in the court. If you find more, let me know.
You're different here than in Skyhold. More approachable, perhaps.
This is Halam Shiral, Inquisitor. This is the Imperial Court. This is the beating heart of the Great Game. Of course, everyone is wearing a mask. I learned this very young. I was still a girl when I attended my first ball. All this, the smiles, the small talk, it is a dance. And like any dance, it can be learned. For some of us, it has become so familiar that the steps may be performed in our sleep.
Who do you think the Inquisition should
Who do you
support?
want to support,
What we
Liliana?
need most of all is a stable Olay. Either Celine or Gaspard can give us that.
Yeah, so she's the pragmatic one.
Interesting.
Oh yes. Halam Shiral is lousy with scandals and scheming. But no sign of a Tevinter infiltrator, I'm afraid.
I should go. Be on your guard.
I always am.
You see, my court approval's jumped up to 39 from 35. So the social leverage stuff, it doesn't give you much, but it gradually adds up as you're going through the game. Do, do, do. Who's through there? Oh, so that's where Cassandra got off too. Hey there, Cass. Oh, sorry about the humming. Once Val gets back out of the shower, I'll have him try and figure out what's up with it. I don't know how his setup works at all myself. I'm just holding the controller and going forward.
Have you witnessed anything noteworthy?
Nothing yet. I will let you know.
You don't seem to care much for the ball.
Or legions pretend their petty squabbles are a game. Yes, let us treat murder, corruption, and deceit as delightful amusements. How wonderful. We are here to save Empress Celine, and it galls me. Why does she merit our protection? The Empire would be better off without her. Gaspard is the leader Olay needs in this crisis.
You support the Civil War?
Of course not. Chaos is what Corypheus wants, and we must oppose him. Were it up to me, however, I would let Celine fall and Gaspard take the throne. He would see the true threat, not spend his time throwing balls and writing letters.
Stay alert. We don't know where the enemy is hiding.
I'll be watching for trouble. The sooner we leave this place, the better.
Honestly, none of them is a very great fit. If it was Ferelden that we were deciding the fate of, I'd say Gaspard would be a better leader. The real problem here with him is that Orlesian politics is so built up around hiding what you truly think about their whole great game that he would just basically cause chaos by jumping in and trying to change the nobility. Where was I going to? I was going this way. thought I was going this way.
It's been too long since I've had any word from Valois.
Inquisitor?
Is it true the Inquisitor was any doubt of the faith I am trusting?
Ambassador, her daughter, Lady Madeline, renowned poet and author.
Can I jump up there? Nope.
Lady Von Blanchard, Duchess of Valmontaigne, Chevalier of the Empire, hero of the Battle of White River, patroness of the
I
painter
cannot remember how the heck to get over to that purple
and
spot.
second cousin of Princess Electra of the...
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
Under Gardener of Valmontaigne and paramour to the Duchess.
Can't get through there.
Get these pastries out.
Apparently there's a humming in the stream.
I can't carry them all.
That's what people are saying in chat, is that there's something humming in the stream. I thought I was supposed to go through the other door. Oh, wait. That's where I'm going. That's locked right now, right? Yeah, that won't get open till later. There is agents over here.
Leave us.
You have to make those couple of people move so that you'll be able to eavesdrop on them. Where was the eavesdropping spot for, I thought it was where I was standing before.
The package is in the guest wing. Upper room.
The one of the garden. Statuette.
There we go.
I should
Get
look
myself
around.
another coin. Over here's the servant's wing. We'll be going in there in a bit.
Quickly! We can't leave the Delancers this long without drinks.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over
More whispering elves.
Inquisitor Llewellyn, don't head into the servants' wing if you value your neck. Not one else gone in there tonight and come out again.
Our man was supposed to make a pickup in the garden hours ago. Bastard's likely dead by now.
So those two, they're on Briella's side, but since you're an elf, they at least are willing to warn you that something is up down there. Where the heck is that guy?
I had no idea.
There he is. I've been looking for you, dude.
Dallying with some serving girl while I deal with Gaspard's vitriol.
Yep, so this is one of those bits where you have to be appropriately political. If you ask how he crossed him, that's being too straightforward for their game. You have to just act as though you know what's up. Philippe's a jerk. Even if that seems like it would be the worst choice.
That would teach him to shirk his duties to roll some elven maid. The night of all nights, leaving me to convey Gaspard's death threats to the council. Wonderful timing, Philippe. Thank you for listening to me rant. You are too kind, Inquisitor.
Yep, so just calling that dude a jerk gets you +10 on your approval. Our goal is to get at least 85. Which right now seems a long way away, but there's going to be a bit coming up that gets you a lot of points really fast. Oh, that's you chicks again. I didn't want to go back out this door. I wanted to go to the next door.
Yes.
Interesting.
Well, well, the Inquisitor. Here as a guest of my nephew,
Yes.
no less. I'm curious.
I didn't know the Grand Duke was your nephew.
He's my brother's eldest boy. Always a difficult child, Gaspar. Never listened, never did what he was told. He was raised a prince. All his
He
life
thinks that it was picking up the hot water heater.
it was his destiny, his duty. What else should he do with his life if not fight for his destiny?
While they say stuff like he was raised to it being his right to be emperor, it wasn't actually stolen from him. This is the way it works in Orlais, that whoever is able to get the majority of the nobles on their side, it's basically a democracy. They get chosen to be the head of the emperor until their death. So since he wasn't able to get the nobles on his side, he was an emperor.
Have you noticed anything strange this evening?
My niece Florian hasn't spoken to me all evening. That's not like her.
What can you tell me about the Civil War?
If you're hoping for insight, you've come to the wrong man. It's war. It is brutal, and terrible, and sometimes necessary. There's nothing more to say.
As far as the Elasians go, I like this dude. Yep. And that upped my approval a little bit more chatting with him. How low did... Okay, that is really bad.
Yeah, I know.
Apparently on his first time through, Fel only got like 45. You must have really screwed up the dancing bit. Which is actually incredibly easy to get right, so... I could have sworn there was something else in here, but I might just be imagining things.
Just gossip.
Oh, come on, people, give me some information. When I played this through my own game, I was a lot more lucky with the gossip than I am being this time. There was only one time that I had to redo it. Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
Boring.
I want some juicy gossip here, folks. Here's Celine's handmaidens, who are creepy.
Inquisitor.
May we have a word? It is very important.
The Empress has sent us with a message for you.
Huh? Oh, I know who you're talking about. But at least there's not 3 of them acting in accord.
Wear the masks of House Valmont.
They signify that we are public faces of
They are also
Ow.
extremely fashionable.
That was noisy.
Here, let me see your headset.
Okay.
That was one of my follower sounds.
Uh-huh.
Hey Freya, thanks for the follow. Appreciate love, support. Walking the stream, walking the family. There's the mic. There you go.
Yeah, his follower sound just blasted my ear. But thank you for joining, Freya.
I'm always honored to hear from Her Majesty.
Oh, she is the honored one, Inquisitor.
Empress Celine is eager to assist the Herald of Andraste in her holy endeavor.
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspard is defeated.
Do.
That's a generous offer.
The Empress
Yeah,
believes
everybody will
wholeheartedly
pledge their
that the
support to
Inquisition
you.
is our best hope for peace in
Whether
these
they mean it
difficult
or
times.
not depends on how well the court likes you.
As soon as
I mean, they will
Gaspard
support
is out
you,
of
but
the way.
But we have taken enough of your time.
whether it lasts.
Please, enjoy the masquerade, Inquisitor.
Find stuff. I need to find stuff.
Interesting. Just gossip.
Yeah, I am having the worst time with those eavesdropping spots tonight, really.
I had no idea.
There we go. It would be funny if you heard the bard playing Sarah's song.
This is a private
Hello,
conversation.
Duder.
Interesting.
We have in here. Well, first let's do that.
You must be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is Celine.
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour. How can you condone that? They are the ones who should be brought to heel, if you ask me.
Decent dagger and a belt of bleeding. See, that right there is one of the Hella doors. I am not going to open. I mean, I don't have 3 of them anyway, but even if I did, I wouldn't open it yet because there are places that I am going to need them later on.
What is Lady Pentecost wearing?
Yes, I know that's there. Isn't there another statue or something somewhere around here?
It's been too long since I've had any word from Valois.
Oh well. So here's where you can use those coins. The Orlesians apparently like to watch people throwing money away. So just throw them all away and you will be able to make up some of your stuff. The Lady of Regrets, for the wisest lady in all the land, the criers cried, come one and all, to hear words like jewels, bright with meaning and grand purpose. When all had come and gathered near, the lady spoke, beyond us is a field empty of rightness and wrong. There you may find me, your soul unarmored, and my shield shrouded by my tears. For those who yet say no regrets, let sorrow water what's dear, wisdom cannot grow in the barren sand. I have no idea what that has to do with throwing coins into it.
I would just lay in the fountain and collect coins, really.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't gain you much court approval.
Lay in there like, you like Mario.
So now once you're up here, your court approval will gradually start ticking down because you're in a, as it warns you there, because you're in an off-limits area, you're not being seen and nobody can approve of what you're doing. I think I'm actually supposed to be over here. There you are, statue! And scandalous legal documents. That's where I'm actually going, but I'm not going to yet. Oh wait, yes I am. That's a Hala statue room. I don't want to go in there. And while we're actually after Morgan up here, we're also going to find Cole freaking out because he hates this place. He really, really hates this place. Yep, I brought him in here. How mean of me. Yeah, at this point I don't really worry about the fact that I'm losing court appeal. I can't open the door. And that's what... because I'm about to get the biggest increase that there is in this game, or in this portion of the game. Once I'm past that, then I'll start worrying a little bit more about how much I have at any given moment. Oh, thank you for making...
Since the beginning of time...
Just when I'm about to be talking to Cole, too. Well, I'm not over to him yet, but he's right in front of me, basically. I think there was something on one of these tables. Or not. Just a loot box. Yeah. Not that table. More scandalous legal documents. There you are, poor little boy.
When they aren't moving. Silk on satin on skin, always wanting, chaste but chaste, too many.
Yeah, he does not like it here.
Are you alright, Cole? You seem distracted. More than usual.
They have faces inside their faces, lying with a layer that tells the truth. I don't know how to help them.
Have you observed anything happening yet?
A woman tripped on purpose. The man who caught her left the room. They didn't want my help.
What are you doing, Cole?
A fallen fan can cut like a kiss. Hot breath from the wrong boy on the naked nape of the neck. I helped until they made me stop. Now they've all forgotten.
Stay out of trouble, Cole.
Socks get wet when the...
Yeah, so he's trying to do his helper deal, but he just cannot with the way your legions hide what it is they really want from everybody, including themselves. You open this way back into the vestibule, and as soon as you're back out there, your approval stops dropping, so it gives you a chance to, you know, run out without worrying about time. But now let's go up and get to Morgan.
Born underground, suckled from a teeth of snow, raised in the dark, the safety of a mountain home, skin made of iron, steel in our bones, to dig and dig makes us free. Come on, brother, sing with me. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole, diggy diggy hole, diggy diggy hole. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole, diggy diggy hole, digging a hole.
Ew, I don't think I did this my first time in. Presumably there's some order I'm supposed to be doing this in, but I don't know. No, 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 fuck. I wasn't trying to jump off of there. Yeah, you also lose approval for jumping into the wrong places, so I was not trying to jump into there. Dun, dun, da, da. Well, I'll go and give Josephine the stuff that I had for her. Get my approval up a bit more real fast.
Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us all.
Gaspard is wasting his time.
So like I said, lots of blood around. You do not know why other people aren't commenting on that.
Did you hear what Gaspard said to Duke Germain? His own.
Got anything around here?
Bore his nephew's spite better than the rest of the
This way is closed. Please, use the main entrance to the ballroom.
What are you for, Purple Patch?
Well, well. What's this?
This is basically the same thing those dudes warned about you earlier. These are all elves who've entered the service wing, and none of them have come back. You don't need to off with their head. They're already having problems. Stop climbing on the furniture, lady.
Boring.
Still nothing, really. Hello, talkie folks. You're going beep 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 in my ear. Something is.
Just gossip.
And also still nothing. Okay, Lilana, come on, let's get some more gossip going with you.
My fifth has ever twisted.
So many crimes of fashion. I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
This is good work.
Hey, now I'm back up to 63 from 40, whatever. This lady might talk to me now.
An interesting one. The Dalish in the Winter Palace. More genteel than the Grand Duke. That's put this lot in their place, hasn't it?
I'd like your opinion of this gathering, milady.
It's doomed to fail, of course. Celine knows that. At least it should be amusing. We haven't had such a menagerie at court in living memory.
Have you noticed anything odd this evening?
Too few Imperial guards stand in attendance, my dear. A shame. They are so pleasantly decorative.
Good evening, milady.
So that there's a bit of a warning. There are not guards around who should be. But yeah, that lady doesn't say much, but she's the indicator of how far you're coming along with the court approval. She will not say anything until you're approved of. Where am I going next? Back into the... Yeah, I'm not done in the library. I cannot actually remember what I'm supposed to do in there. I'm just waiting around for the bell to start chiming that it's time to dance.
You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind.
Friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, they're no friends of mine.
Well, that's useful.
Yay, that one finally gave me something. No, that one's still locked. This one here I opened. Attain the first. Level. Attain the second. Florian. Judicial second. Come on, Judicial the first. Anything more interesting around here? Yeah, I totally don't remember doing anything with these things before. Yes, I know. If I had paid attention to any of the stuff telling me about the order of... Okay, so it's not that one. Well, of course it's not going to be second first. What am I doing? Okay, so it'll be one of the firsts first. Oh. Nope. Come on, where's something about the history of this? Okay, Florian is after Judicial the Second. Oh, is it? Yeah, I don't remember doing anything with those at all my first time through. Earrings! Stuff to sell. Schematics. And blood. Come on, let me have these plus. There we go.
Got a looked like it hurt.
Lady Nightingale.
Not as much as it looked like it hurt when she just jumped straight off.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the council.
Let me try this. Nope, that wasn't it. If we've gotten to the I can't remember what the hell I did my first time through portion of the evening. I can't investigate the servants' quarters yet because I don't have the key for it, which I'll get from Morgan whenever she shows her face, but I don't know where she is. There, it's off to the side there. It's like I can remember what happens after this bit, but at this bit I can't for the life of me remember. Which, as I recall, I had trouble with it my first time too. Did I need to open this door maybe? Let me save before I see. Actually, I think I did. I remember there's somewhere a one Halidor that you had to open to continue the game. See, Haram Sharal investigation clues. Celine, we can discuss this like adults, can't we? We both know that the weapon at Briala's disposal could not only turn the tide of our war, but every war. The Empire must control it. I do not believe you disagree. She is now a greater threat to Orlais than anything else. If you and I work together, we can wrest control away from her. Do not deceive yourself that she will be open to negotiation or diplomacy. You know her better than anyone. You know that's impossible. Gaspard.
That's the bell.
Anything else in here? No. You don't actually want to get back to the ballroom immediately. But that is what I had been waiting for. Yep, I forgot that I had to open that stupid door. Let's open this other side too. You want to wait until the second bell when you will be fashionably late for the best court approval. So not just hang out here for a second. Come on, second
That would be the
bell.
second bell. Fashionably late now.
There we go. If you wait for the third bell, then you're just late, and
Here. The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith.
hi, Carabinja.
Delivered from the grasp
Welcome
of
from
fate by the
Finland,
hand of
or
blessed
to the U.S.
Andraste
Listening,
herself.
whatever.
What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
If you remember back in Dragon Age 1, at one point, Liliana has a discussion about how she would dress Morgan if Morgan ever came to Orlais. Morgan basically is just taking her ideas for this outfit. This horrible, horrible outfit.
We may never know. Courtly intrigues and all that.
Such intrigues obscure much, but not all. I am Morrigan, Some call me advisor to Empress Celine on matters of the arcane. You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
Actually, I like her dress from the waist up. It's just that giant, plasticky looking skirt that is awful.
I don't know. Do we?
You are being coy.
I'm being careful.
Not unwise, here of all places. Allow me to speak first, then. Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest within these very halls. An agent of Tevinter. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. A key found on the Tevinter's body. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet, if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search.
UPS.
You left Celine alone. Is that wise?
I must return to her anon, but she is safe enough, for the moment. It would be a great fool who strikes at her in public in front of all her court and the Imperial Guard.
What's your interest in protecting Empress Celine? Are you her bodyguard?
Do I seem a bodyguard to you? If anything were to happen to Celine, eyes would turn first to her occult advisor, even if they knew otherwise. There are sharks in the water, and I will not fall prey to them. Not now, not ever.
She must constantly be stabbing her neck on the tops of that necklace.
Briala's people are whispering about disappearances in the servants' quarters. This key may lead there.
The ambassador does have eyes and ears everywhere, does she not? Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter. What comes next will be most exciting.
Let's go dance! Hurrah!
I'm so glad Maman did not want to attend. She always ruins everything. Not as much as you do.
Why would the Empress invite an elf?
Inquisitor?
Oh yeah, the dance doesn't happen until after the servants' quarters. You just have to be in the ballroom, that's right.
Ah, there's the Dowager. Don't make eye contact. She wouldn't want to speak with him.
Do, do, do. Let's go look at murdered elves.
This could be worth checking out.
It's about to start. I should have checked out the thing that is worth checking out, but I can go back there. I don't have anybody here who's the style of what I play. Two-handed warrior. Because you told me it should.
Caught in the middle. What?
That is not what I meant to do. Now I have to equip everybody. Oh, she has her staff. Yeah, it gets rid of your armor when you get out of the main area. You're all dressed up in your fancy. Here you go. No, it'll automatically turn you back into the fancy stuff once you're out of the areas where you have combat. And then everybody else will keep their armor and everything on, but you'll have to keep going back and changing your main character to the stuff that's they're supposed to have. That is one big ass shield. They still need their actual armor on.
Where's Cole's hat?
It's not like you'll be able to see Cole's hat anyway when he has his helmets off.
Fully qualified arsehole stopped to kill a cook.
Breath painful. Stab. And then real
Hey, I
stabbing.
need to climb up some
Lungs
bell
full,
rolls
frothing,
first.
Scent of apples as it all goes black.
Nobody asked for creepy, all right? Shut it.
This is not where I meant to be. Yeah, all these poor servants get killed for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Oops, inventory's full. I keep hitting the wrong button. There we go, barrels to jump up. This is the most annoying Hela statue in the game. Now I need to inch very carefully along. Nope, don't get off of it. Ah, no! Hop into the rafters. Inch along the rafters. Nope. What? Yes, the cheese shield. And because you distracted me that time, I didn't even manage to make it onto the rafters. I think there's another place over here you can get to, but it's harder to get to the other thing that's up there from that way. Stay out of the way, people. Yes, this bit's sure to be tons of fun for everybody watching at home. Get onto the stupid thing again. Let's try going on to the second one. See if I have any better luck on that side. Nope, nope. Okay. Okay, now it's just straight forward. If yeah, I'm not very good at going straight forward, I know.
Go home, Cricket, you're drunk.
There. Got it. See anything else interesting around here? Yeah, and I'm totally losing court approval while standing there trying to get the dumb thing. Aw, inventory's still full. Okay, there's about to be fighting in a second. You can finally do stuff.
This was no servant. What was he doing here?
This guy's way too fancy to belong down here. What's his story?
The crest of the Chalon family. Duke Gaspard will answer for this.
Time to have a word.
Aw, Sarah's all pink.
Venatori agents!
I would pause while you're looking at your phone so you don't keep ticking down court approval. There's stuff to find about. I don't like this area. I get lost in all the mazy stuff. Have any loot I can pick up? Oh yeah, I need to go up, up, up. But I also need to run around like a crazy person trying to find stuff that I can have for myself. Amongst all the corpses. Yep, now you're just dead. I can't remember if there's actually stuff out here to find or if I just want there to be, other than some elf fruit. Because I always want there to be stuff around to find. It's a treasure hunt. Yep, he's level 18 right now.
There must be something here.
Yay, another Hala statue. Okay, what were you just pointing at? You just rumbled 2 seconds ago, controller. Did you not notice that I picked up that other one or something? He has taken down 2 dragons so far, a nightmare. Should be like a little tunnel somewhere. Where is it at? I remember that much. Yes, there we go, little tunnel. It's the hedge mage. Yay, I won without having to hold over the controller, even though I'm playing a mage who I hate. Yeah, I just don't like mages. Really? Did they manage to lock it? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna save before I die a lot on his save. It's okay. Okay. You think it's gonna take that long to open up the safe? Dr. Pepper and something that's food. Yay, dead people. Woo! Yeah, so Fel's leaving because there is a work emergency. Which is pretty sad that they've managed to lock the safe. And not be able to unlock it is the sadder part. Read everything! There are so many poor corpses around this area. I don't want to go up there just yet. Just been a regular bloodbath outside of the party. Get that dude. Yeah, what I should have done was, since Fel's not using him this playthrough, brought along Blackwall and spec'd him like the character that I play in my playthrough, so that I would not be so, yes, I have a party full of people that I am not used to playing. But, oh well. I wanted to stick with the people that he likes. Yeah, the next thing that he's planning on is the remake of Resident Evil that comes out on the 27th. And then I know he's planning Mass Effect 3. He also has to finish, whatchamacallit, Outlast, which I will especially be bullying him about because I paid for the DLC for him to play through while I watched. So he is not allowed to not play that eventually. And welcome to the stream, Ace Over Zero. Welcome to the family. Though Fel himself is not currently here to welcome you. He's off solving a work issue and then going to the store to get himself something for dinner. I am your guest streamer, Cricket Area, who is in because Fel finds this part of the game overwhelmingly boring. So he left it to me to get. Okay, I'll go actually finish things up now. I'm going the wrong way. Where were you? I'm still going the wrong way. I know in general where I'm trying to go to. I will hold on to that supply catch because you can return to this area later if you need to. No, not there. How does it manage that I was right on top of the stairs up 2 seconds ago and then managed to turn myself around enough that I'm not finding it again? That is just swell of me, isn't it? There we go. My first time... Yeah, he's already pre-ordered the Resident Evil Yanni, so he's planning on jumping right into that once it comes out. The same part my first time through, I had the hardest time finding the stupid little staircase. It's just like standing there running in circles through all the rooms. Where the hell am I supposed to be? No! I am glad that he is very leveled for the over-leveled for this area because, yeah, I play on casual difficulty usually, so do not really want to be suddenly fighting on insane with a cast that I usually don't use. Okay, this door right here, if you were trying to get the ending to this quest where Celine and Briala reconcile and end up being twins, both controlling the throne together. That's the door that you open up. Why do I keep banging O? Anyway, inside of there you'll find a locket that Celine's held onto as a memento from their relationship. Then you run around talking to Briala's and Celine's followers, and they'll give you some history. And you can show it to Briala as proof that Celine still really loves her after all, and that is the true love ending to this quest. But I am going for the all 3 of them get together as a in peace ending, so I'll be leaving that be for now. What other stuff does he have anyway? Sure, let's do some. Okay. I still keep on pressing a so button. Yep, that's right, must demand. Cricket area. Fel does not like this quest, so he stuck it to me to play through for him. Usually he would be playing right now for the fighting bits, but he had to run to work for an emergency where the people who are there right now managed to lock themselves out of the safe. Oh, Cole's dead. Sorry, Cole. Yeah, I actually like this part, so I'm fine with it, but yeah, I offered last night to let him, to do it for him.
Inquisitor Llewellyn, slumming in the servants' quarters with the rest of your people, for once. We haven't been properly introduced, have we? I'm Ambassador Briala.
Though when I offered, I didn't know that he would be sticking it me on the stream for him. Hi, Kitty. Hello,
I'm glad to meet you
Briala.
finally, Ambassador.
Your reputation for getting results is well deserved. You cleaned this place out. It will take a month to get all the Tevinter blood off the marble. I came down to save or avenge my missing people. But you've beaten me to it. So, the Council of Errol's emissary in the courtyard. That's not your work, is it?
Her hairstyle and mask are both way too big for her head. I mean, that's not really her hair. You can see at the very bottom of her neck there's some dark hair poking out that's her actual hair, but still, looks too big for her head.
He was dead when I arrived.
I expected as much. You may have arrived with the Grand Duke, but you don't seem to be doing his dirty work. I knew he was smuggling his chevaliers, but killing a council emissary? Bringing Tevinter assassins into the palace? Those are desperate acts. Gaspard must be planning to strike tonight.
Are you sure he's behind this? He was too easygoing for a man plotting treason.
Don't let his charm blind you. He's Orlesian. That smile is his mask. I misjudged you, Inquisitor. You might just be an ally worth having. What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal? You should think about it.
Yeah, all of them are trying to offer you their help so that you'll join their side. At this point, if you're trying to get peace between all three, you do not want to go on about Gaspard being the one who's behind the corpse in the courtyard and everything. You want to try and be diplomatic about this so that you can gather more information without stirring things
You
up.
know how to make a sales pitch, Ambassador. I'll give you that.
I do, don't I? I know which way the wind is blowing. I'd bet coin that you'll be part of the peace talks before the night is over. And if you happen to lean a little bit our way, it could prove advantageous to us both. Just a thought.
I do wish that the game would acknowledge if you're in health at this point.
Not corrupt? Call it politics or the game or whatever. That's personal hate. Huh.
Is there anything else around here? Here, kiddo, have some potions. And I am aware that there's a level up going on there, but I don't want to level up Fel's characters without him around to ask what points he wants me to put things into, so they can just stay there. Jump! Oops, that wasn't quite what I was trying to do.
We are in your debt, Inquisitor.
Now we can get back to the party. I am a bit lower in my approval than I would like to be at this point, but I think I'm still within reach of what I need. And I'm still much better than Fel was doing his first time through. Hello, Elvies.
Is it true what they say? You're the Inquisitor, are you not? We heard stories of your accomplishments.
Still, I'd rather not hear after respect because I've been throwing points randomly into his place. People. The stories I could tell.
I told you, Philippe. Not everyone fights an archdemon and lives to tell. It's an inspiration.
Philippe, you'll recognize, is that dude who the servant guy was looking around for earlier, and that you damned for, or called a jerk for not being around to help.
Commander Cullen could give you all the details
So he wasn't
of that
seducing elves, he was lollygagging, talking about battle stories.
I shouldn't leave my post.
You'd only be gone a moment.
Philippe, the world is coming to an end. If we don't hear this story now, we'll never have a chance.
You're right. Thank you, Inquisitor. Let's go.
Thought there was something else around here. Oh well. This is the trophy room.
Might be something here.
Boars.
Better take a closer look.
Piggies. Hell, I'm sure all investigation's clues. Philippe, move in on the western wing of the palace when I send you 3 shots of brandy. I'm not taking any chances, Gaspard. Yeah, everybody's bad. I'm stuck on the chair. I don't think I can get that. Nope. Don't already have one. No, get away from there, lady. Cannot open that door because I cannot have any of my rogues in. And right there, you'll recognize it as a very, very small Krogan head. That thing should really be way bigger in comparison to her. There we go. I think I missed something right through here too before going down the stairs. I could be wrong. I just know that she hummed before I changed areas. And humming usually means there's something there. Or not. I could have sworn there was a short stairway there before I changed areas last time. Where's my phone gone? Let's see if I can actually get any gossip out of that gossip spot that kept coming up empty earlier.
Just gossip.
Still nothing worth hearing. So now after you're done with the servants area, you get a whole new set of scandalous items coming up. Love letters, passwords, stuff like that.
Good to know.
There, I finally got something out of that one. This basically makes up for how long you have to spend in the servants' wings. They give you a whole bunch of gossip to spread around.
Mr. Lavellon, is there something I can do for you? I am Lady Marcelette. court historian to Her Imperial Majesty.
What exactly does a court historian do?
I am responsible for the historical records of the court. I maintain our library and record all official proceedings.
Are you here to chronicle the events of the evening for posterity?
Oh yes, this is a momentous occasion. The first meeting between the Grand Duke and Her Majesty since the war began. Even if, maker forbid, the talks should fail, it is an important moment in the history of the Empire.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Good evening, Lady Marcelette.
Goodbye, lady.
Another time, perhaps. Is it my imagination? Or are there more Inquisition underguards now than there were before?
Germain bore his nephew's spite better than the rest of the council.
Interesting. Waste of time.
Oh, eavesdropping spaces, you don't like me.
I had no idea.
Yay. Okay, sorry for going quiet for a second there. I was just texting Fel to ask him how long he thought he was going to be gone. I think I've gotten everything in here now. Because I would feel kind of awkward if Annie got home and I was sitting here without him in their house. Huh, I thought I had more than one coin on me. Oh well.
Is it true the Inquisitor was headed out of the Fade by Andraste?
Gaspar is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of
Yeah, if you banish them, you get loads and loads of disapproval from your friends.
Inquisitor Lavalin. We met briefly. I am Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon. Welcome to my party.
Why am I not at all surprised that you want to see me now?
This is Orlais, Inquisitor. Nothing happens by accident. I believe tonight you and I are both concerned by the actions of a certain person. Come, dance with me. Spies will not hear us on the dance floor.
Very well. Shall we dance, Your Grace?
I'd be delighted. Have the Dalish gained a sudden passion for politics? What do you know about our civil war?
This is the bit where you can get the most approval points in the whole section. The secret to it is just always pick the middle right option. Every single conversation thing through it, pick that one, and you'll get the highest amount of approval.
What do you think I ought to know?
My brother and my dear cousin have been at each other's throats for too long.
It took great effort to arrange tonight's negotiations. Yet one party would use this occasion for blackest treason. The security of the Empire is at stake. Neither one of us wishes to see it fall.
Do we both want that, Lady Florian?
I hope we are of one mind on this.
In times like these, it's hard to tell friend from foe. Is it not, Your Grace?
I know you arrived here as a guest of my brother Gaspard, and have been everywhere in the palace. You are a curiosity to many, Inquisitor, and a matter of concern to some.
The court can think whatever they want. It makes no difference to me.
It should matter. The people here could be
I just hit the
powerful
wrong
allies
one.
or powerful enemies. You should choose carefully which ones you intend to provoke. Do you even yet know who is friend and who is foe? Who in the court can be trusted?
I only trust the Inquisition. It's every woman for herself here in the Imperial Court. Or so I've heard.
In the Winter Palace, everyone is alone. It cannot have escaped your notice that certain parties are engaged in dangerous machinations tonight.
I thought dangerous machinations were the national sport in Orlais.
You have little time. The attack will come soon. You must stop Gaspard before he strikes. In the Royal Wing Garden, you will find the captain of my brother's mercenaries. He knows all Gaspard's secrets. I'm sure you can persuade him to be forthcoming.
We'll see what the night has in store, won't we?
You'll be the talk of the court for months. We should take you dancing more often.
I'd happily do more dancing, just not with Corypheus.
I promise not to invite him to your next ball.
Were you dancing with Duchess Florian?
More importantly, what happened in the servants' quarters? I heard there was fighting.
I hope you have good news. It appears the peace talks are crumbling.
The Grand Duchess
Florian.
tried to convince me Gaspard is the traitor, but I'm not sure I buy it.
Florian and her brother are thick as thieves, but she would give him up in an instant to save herself.
Then, the attack on the Empress will happen tonight.
Warning Celine is pointless. She needs these talks to succeed, and to flee would admit defeat. Then perhaps we should let her die.
I thought we were here to stop the assassination.
Listen to me carefully, Inquisitor. What Corypheus wants is chaos. Even with Celine alive, that could still happen. To foil his plan, the Empire must remain strong. This evening, someone must emerge victorious.
And it doesn't need to be Celine. She's right.
Do you realize what you're suggesting, Leliana? Sometimes the best path is not the easiest one.
Which is true, but it's not letting her die either.
I can't decide this. Not yet.
You must. Even inaction is a decision, Inquisitor.
You could speak to Celine in the ballroom, but she won't act. Not without proof.
If Gaspard is guilty, he'll admit nothing. If he's innocent, he knows nothing. We need the truth.
What did Duchess Florian tell you?
She said Gaspard's mercenary captain is in the Royal Wing, that he knows about the assassination.
Which could be a trap.
Or a lead. Either way, you should search the private quarters in that wing for clues.
Then get me access, and in the meantime, get your soldiers into position.
At once. Be careful, Inquisitor.
Oh, 81. I'm afraid I'm gonna bore you all by redoing that dance really fast, because that 10-point approval loss. I do not want to push it that close when right now I'm just below where I'm supposed to be.
You'll be the talk of the court for months. We should take you dancing more.
No, that's not what I wanted.
It's a relief to do. I hope you have good news. It appears the peace talks are crumb. Then perhaps we should let her die.
Hopefully I have one that's right next to before that. I thought that it would have one.
This is, however, your decision, Inquisitor.
Damn, I don't have a save right before there. So I guess I won't be redoing the dance. Now, well, let's go see what giving Liliana the info that I have so far pushes us up to.
Mistress Nightingale, what a pleasure to see you.
So many crimes of fashion. I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
The things courtiers get up to.
Oh, and I didn't even own us anything.
Where has that servant gone? Elves. Always shirking their duties.
Inquisitor, to what do we owe this honor?
We are always delighted to speak with you, of course. Her Imperial Majesty is unfortunately occupied at present.
I'd like to know more about the negotiations.
It's a really good game, Daedravi. Oh, and welcome to the stream, welcome to the family. Fal would usually be welcoming you himself, but he is off at the store right now.
What's happening with the peace talks now?
Things do not look promising.
The Grand Duke is as stubborn as always. He will not accept anything but victory in battle.
But the night is young, and Her Majesty will do everything she can to persuade him.
What is the Empress trying to accomplish with the negotiations?
Peace is her only objective, Inquisitor.
Gaspard and Briala are driven by personal ambitions, but those desires threaten the safety of all Orlesians.
The war must end tonight. We must conclude this to deal with the larger crisis.
Good evening.
Until next time, Inquisitor.
Do take care.
Enjoy the masquerade!
Oops. Yeah, poor Fal. I might have screwed up his getting the achievement this time just through having a slippy finger on that one choice in the dance.
Inquisitor Lavalin, how many of the guests have mistaken you for a kitchen servant? You've charmed some of the nobles. We'll see how long you can keep their favor. What brings you to me?
I want to know more about the peace talks. What are you hoping to gain from tonight's negotiations?
A voice. Simple enough, isn't it? My people have none. We've lived for centuries amid the lowest ranks of society. No one hears us. No one sees us. If the elves of Halam Shiral were elevated, if we had an elven noble at court, we'd have recognition. Voice.
How much can a single member of the court do?
It won't remake the world overnight, if that's what you're asking. Our problem is invisibility. The people in power are used to ignoring us. We're not actors. We're scenery. We need elves in positions where they can't be overlooked. We need to force humans to take us seriously.
I haven't seen any of this conversation thread before. For some reason on my copy of the game, Briala just did not show up out here. I got the little thing saying talk to Ambassador Briala after running into her in the servants' wing, and I ran all over the place and she was nowhere to be found.
To elevate an elf to nobility?
It is already in place. Celine knows she needs us to tip the balance of the civil war in her favor. All we have to do is wait. She'll exhaust her other options and come to us for help. Then we'll name our price.
I assume the role of elevated noble will fall to you, my Lady Briala.
Let's be honest, Inquisitor. The sole elven noble in the court isn't going to have a position of power and luxury. But that's the future. We need to focus on the task at hand.
If Celine were killed, what would happen to your plans?
Assuming I'm not the one blamed, it would be precarious. I've been working on Gaspard, but he's like a charging bull. It would be easier to rein him in if I had something that could hurt him.
We'll speak more later, Ambassador.
Another time, Inquisitor.
Okay. Any more stuff about? Yeah. Do.
My friend!
Hello, Duke.
Come in, have a drink. What can I do for you? You've been busily charming the court, I see.
I am super charming, sir, just not enough because I screwed up one stupid choice.
I have a question about the peace talks. How have the negotiations been so far?
The port won't last the evening, I'm afraid. We will end the night with nothing settled. Which should surprise nobody. But it will disappoint my sister. I don't know why she had such high hopes for this ball. Florian always was hopelessly optimistic.
I have never taken that option before. But I think it might be too straightforward when I'm trying to
Another time, friend.
be the diplomatic lady.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Inquisitor Gaspard will be with us.
I should look around.
It's been too long since I've had any word from Van Royal.
Oh, Sarah.
Just gossip.
I really am just having a terrible time with the eavesdropping spots this time. Yeah, the game is kind enough to allow all the rest of your characters to still have their weapons and everything on them after the last time you had to switch. But your main character, it's just like, nope. That was that one, right? Yep. Oh. Stop that, me. Hit the right buttons.
after room, and for what? Ruffle storage. Real useful.
Okay, there we go. My court intrigue stuff hit, and now my court approval is 100 of 100. I was wondering why the hell that wasn't working. There are 2 different people you need to rescue right now. This dude here, and the lady who was just shrieking through there. Ooh la la, Empress.
What happened?
It's not what it looks like. Honestly, I would have preferred it if it were what it looks like. The Empress led me to believe I would be rewarded for betraying the Grand Duke. This was not what I hoped for.
You're telling me that Empress Celine left you naked and trussed like a roast duck?
Please, I beg you, don't tell Gaspard. The Empress beguiled me into giving her information about plans for troop movements in the palace tonight. She knows everything. Everything. The Duke's surprise attack has been countered before it ever began. She's turned it into a trap. The moment he strikes, she'll have him arrested for treason.
She'll be all prim, but here's you with your bits out.
I don't know which is worse. Celine for using such a tactic, or him for falling for it.
I'll protect you from Gaspard if you're willing to testify about Celine's trap.
I'll do anything. Anything.
Yeah, I don't know if he got this bit before. Like he said, he was ended with really low court approval. Is there anything up here too? But yeah, that's why I've been holding on to my Hala statues every time I got them, because you need 5 to open that door, and I just don't trust myself to have enough. I don't keep track of how many I've gotten. And again, I hit the circle button. I think OBS is recording for him as it goes through, so I'll be able to watch through that afterwards. Let's see. Don't need 2 different ice staffs, so I'll destroy one of those. And get that potions belt, because I don't know if he has one already or not. Or tonics belt. Is there anything else in here? Yes, give me gold. And those are worse than what everybody has. Okay, then the second person we need for blackmail is right through here. I like that scene. Go, Inquisitor.
Oh, thank you. Are you all right?
I don't think I'm hurt. No one's supposed to be here. Briala said... Oh, I shouldn't have trusted her.
Briala told you to come to this wing of the palace?
Not personally. The ambassador can't be seen talking to the servants. We get coded messages at certain locations, but the order came from her. She's been watching the Grand Duke all night. No surprise she wanted someone to search his sister's room.
Yeah, so this is where you learn that Briala doesn't even really have the full support of the elves, at least those who know about her time as Celine's lover when she didn't help out with some of the stuff that was happening against them. Though she does feel guilty about that.
It used to. This had been her private room in Halam Shiral since she was a child. But this part of the palace was damaged, and the royal family moved to the guest wing.
Is there anyone else who knows the code and the drop location who could have written those orders?
I don't know.
You have the weirdest hairstyle,
Any
girly.
of us could do it, but no.
No one else would send me here. It had to be Briala.
This wing is sealed. How did you get in here?
Easy. The door was unlocked. One of the others probably handled it.
What were you trying to find in Florian's old room?
The message didn't say. I should have known it was a setup.
If there's a reason you distrust Briala, I want to hear it.
I knew her. Before. When she was Celine's pet. Now she wants to play Revolution, but I remember. She was sleeping with the Empress who purged our alienage.
She's talking about the scene where we find the bound up naked man that Celine has in her bed.
Would you be willing to testify to that, if I asked?
Absolutely. If the Inquisition will protect me, I'll tell you everything I know about our ambassador.
Knew it. I did. And I bet the hate made it feel real good.
Go to the ballroom. Find Commander Cullen. He'll keep you safe.
Thank you. Make her protect you, Inquisitor.
Another Hala statue. So those are 2 of the 3 bits of blackmail that you need to get the best ending for this bit. Yeah, so the best ending is you blackmailing the hell out of everybody involved. Go, Inquisitor! And I'm going to run back really fast and give Liliana the blackmail stuff that I've just picked up in here. Because once you've gone further in the game, you reach a point where, you're not going to be able to get back into the ballroom without finishing off this part of the game. You'd think these dudes hanging about would question you going in and out of the royal quarters. Come on, eavesdrop. And banging X, it's just not doing anything.
Good to know.
Yeah, really the hardest part of getting that ending Musta man is just holding on to enough Hala statues to get into Celine's bedroom. It has the highest number of them of any of the other doors, and if you've used them for opening anything else other than the one door that you need to get in, you probably won't have it when you get to that bit. I just went down the wrong side. Oh well. There you are, lady.
So many crimes of fashion. I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
Excellent.
And I ate as I said.
Yep, that'd be it. He's one of the bits that you need to blackmail everybody, and he is the hardest one to get to. Briala's elf lady is in a room that's unlocked. Gaspard's guy that will blackmail him is in an area that you have to go to no matter what. But the guy for Celine is locked up behind a 5-statue door. Though if you can't get into that, you can still get the second best ending by, if you have 3 Halas, unlocking an earlier room and getting the locket that will let you make peace between Celine and Briala. And Gaspard isn't necessarily a bad ending, he's just not very politically fit for Orlais. He's a decent guy.
What's this then? Swapping all the
All in
gold
all.
leaf with diamonds, I bet.
When I get out of this, I'll butcher you like the pigs you are!
Inquisitor, what a pleasure. I wasn't certain you'd attend. You're such a challenge to read. I had no idea if you'd taken my bait.
I fear I'm a bit busy at the moment, if you were looking for a dance partner.
Yes, I see that. Such a pity you did
Oh,
not
crap.
save one final dance for me.
I just realized since I ran back into the dance room,
I
I was
was so tired of
de-equipped.
your meddling. Corypheus insisted that the Empress die tonight, and I would hate to disappoint him.
Why kill the Empress? What does Corypheus want to achieve?
Celine's death is a stepping stone on the path to a better world. Corypheus will enter the Black City and claim the godhood waiting for him. We will cast down your useless maker and usher in a united world, guided by the hand of an attentive god.
Yeah, she's just
You're
kind of
Orlesian
crazy.
royalty. Why would you help Corypheus attack your empire?
You think so small, Inquisitor. Why settle for an empire when Corypheus will remake the entire world? I admit, I will relish the look on Gaspar's face when he realizes I've outplayed him. He always was a sore loser.
What exactly is in this for you?
The world, of course. I'll deliver the entire south of Thedas, and Corypheus will save me. When he has ascended to godhood, I will rule all Thedas in his name.
You don't have to go through with this, Florian. There's still time to turn back.
Yeah, Sarah doesn't like me trying to be
My
peaceful.
dear
I know it won't
Inquisitor,
work,
you
but
are so naive. In their darkest dreams, no one imagines I would assassinate Celine myself. All I need is to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. A pity you'll miss the rest of the ball, Inquisitor. They'll be
Yay,
talking
you're back.
of it for years. Kill
You
her.
missed the naked
Bring me
man.
the marked hand as proof. It will make a fine gift for the man.
and I done fucked up a bit. I ran back into the main area to give Liliana some of the blackmail material I got, and then forgot that when I go back into the main area, then come back here, I need to re-equip myself. So everybody else is good, but the mage is totally unarmored in the rift fight that's here. Yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna have to restart this. I got a couple. Yeah, Fel's back to try and salvage this. You can't go into your inventory in a fight. Like I said, it's screwed up. Oh, poor Elfie girl. Getting beaten around in your armor that's 0 armor. The lucky thing about this part is that the people who say that there is no way to replenish your potions after this are lying liars who lie a lot.
What was all that? Were those demons? There aren't any more of those blasted demons coming, right?
Good eye. Those were definitely demons.
Make her bless me. Demons? How could there be demons in the fucking Winter Palace? I knew Gaspard was a bastard, but I didn't think he'd feed me to fucking horrors over a damn bill.
Duke Gaspard lured you out here.
Well, his sister. But it had to come from him, didn't it? And all that garbage she was spewing doesn't mean anything. Gaspard had to be the mastermind.
Tell me everything you know.
The Duke wanted to move on the palace tonight, but he didn't have enough fancy chevaliers. So he hired me and my men. He had to offer us triple our usual pay to come to Orlais. Sticky, punsy cheesemonger.
Yes, work for me.
Want a new job? One that pays better. The Inquisition can always use a good mercenary company.
You hiring? I'm game. Anything's better than this bullshit. You want me to talk to the Empress or the court or sing a blasted song in a chantry? I'll do it.
Yes, let's make him sing a blasted song in the chantry. That sounds like a good plan. Oh. Hit down. Oh, I was still wearing my hat, just not my rest of my armor. That's good. No, I want that. I want it, my precious. Oh yeah, I can get rid of my stupid formal attire now. It will redress you in it anyway, but I can still get rid of it. Do, do, do. I'm looking for the kitchen. Huh? What? Did I just hear it? Oh. Actually, I think the kitchen's on the other side, but let me make sure. Neat. Yeah. Oh, that's just history. Huh? Yes, I know that he did. I just hadn't done anything with him since you weren't here. Oh, knockout powder. I like the knockout powder. Oh, I have another point. The knockout powder has saved my ass more than once. Dude's killing me, and then suddenly he's just asleep. No, I don't want to fight you. Come on, dudes. Come out after me. Or not. I want to find the kitchen. That's what I want to do. That's not it. Typity, typity, typity. There we go. Anyway, as I was saying, people say that you can't resupply your potions after the fight there. They are damned liars. Is there something in here? I can't remember. Just loot I don't need. Do. Okay, now we're gonna save. We'll see if we get the achievement or not. And welcome to the Steam, Sergeant Killer. Welcome to the family. I say for Foul. That place where I ran away from a couple of enemies, all that's through there is some Halidors that I don't have enough Hala for.
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech soon. What should we do?
Okay. The I'll talk with Florian option only comes up if you have above 85 court approval. If you do not have that much, it's impossible to get the Belle of the Ball
Wait,
achievement.
I'm going to have a word with the Grand Duchess.
Even if you do have that much, the achievement's glitched out, so sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. Yeah, there we go.
We owe the court one more show, Your Grace.
Inquisitor.
The eyes of every noble in the Empire are upon us, Your Grace. Remember to smile. This is your party. You wouldn't want them to think you had lost control.
Who would not be delighted to speak with you, Inquisitor?
I seem to recall you saying, all I needed was to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. When your archers failed to kill me in the garden, I feared you wouldn't save me this last dance. It's so easy to
Thank you for following Just for Fun 567. Welcome to the stream and welcome to the family.
It was an ambitious plan. Celine, Gaspard, the entire Council of Heralds, all your enemies under one roof.
This is very entertaining, but you do not imagine anyone believes your wild stories.
That will be a matter for a judge to decide, cousin.
Gaspard? You cannot believe this. You know I would never... Gaspard?
You lost this fight ages ago, Your Grace. You're just the last to find out. Your Imperial Majesty, I think we should speak in private, elsewhere.
Interestingly enough, if you make her work for you during her judgment, trusting her is the best idea.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you knew it all and did nothing.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent and failing.
Enough. We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
Thank you for following, Kamoko-chan. Welcome to the stream, and welcome to the family. Okay. So, because I got all 3 of the blackmail things, we can make them go to a truce. You have to have high court approval to have the truce actually work out ultimately. If you get everything but have low court approval, then in the epilogue it'll be the peace between them can't last. They get back to their backstabbing against each other as soon as the big threat's over, blah blah blah.
Every one of you is implicated. You all conspired to allow this to happen.
That's a bold claim, Inquisitor. Are you prepared to defend it?
But if you have high court approval, the peace actually works decently.
You allowed the Grand Duke to sneak soldiers in, hoping he'd make a politically foolish move.
That's duplicitous, even for you, Celine.
You took the bait. I met your mercenary captain, Your Grace. He says you were ready to attack tonight.
Clever move. If you were trying to get hanged for treason.
And Briala was playing both of you. She murdered your ambassadors and sent you each forged letters.
Even if I did, you can't touch me.
No one will defend you once it's revealed that you and Celine were lovers when she burned Halam Shiral's alienage.
You've made your point. What do you want?
You are 3 of the best minds in the Empire. You could do so much for Orlais and your people if you stopped fighting.
It is remarkably optimistic to believe that the 3 of us could ever forget our differences, Inquisitor.
Yeah, for some reason Cassandra doesn't like peace.
I cannot believe you want to make a speech. This is foolish.
We have no choice. The nobility requires an answer for what happened.
Unless you want to pretend the war was all a dream. That would go over well. No more dithering. We make the cut swift and clean. Kindest to all of us.
Lords and ladies of the court, we are pleased to announce that an accord has been reached. Our cousin Gaspard will now hold a place of honor in our cabinet.
Friends, we assembled are the leaders of the Empire. We must set the example for all Thedas. We cannot be at war with each other, while the Fade itself challenges our borders.
We must stand united, or surely we will fall alone.
We will save Thedas from calamity, but only together may we accomplish this.
We will heal our wounded country. A long road of reconstruction lies before us. But tonight, we celebrate the arrival of peace. Let the festivities commence!
Yay! And now I should get a nice little scene with Sarah after Morgan talks.
The Orlesian nobility
if it's the same as the Blackwall romance.
To your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? It is most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
They ran out
I
of
would have
punch.
stayed, but the punch ran dry. Scandalous.
Indeed. Let us see if you take this piece of news as poorly. By Imperial decree, I have been named liaison to the Inquisition. Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
I I had no idea you were interested in joining the Inquisition.
The assignment has been given to me, regardless of my personal interest. Celine knows you face an opponent who wields great magical power, which is far more important than her own curiosity. You will require my knowledge if you are to defeat such magic. Regardless, Corypheus is a threat to Orlais and to myself. Thus, I am not opposed to the appointment.
What skills do you have that would benefit us?
I have knowledge which falls beyond the realm of most mages. I suspect this is also true of Corypheus, thus it behooves you to add to your arcane arsenal, yes? Mundane knowledge will not bring the rift in the sky to a close, after all.
Welcome to the Inquisition, Morrigan.
A most gracious response. I shall meet you at Skyhold.
Is everything all right? You look troubled.
I'm just worn out. Tonight has been very long.
It was a tumultuous evening, but Orlais is safe now. It was worth the struggle. Is there anything I can do? Can I get you anything? A drink, perhaps?
Huh. Instead of getting with Sarah, you got with Josephine.
Which is weird because I haven't even talked to her yet.
Let's see if Josephine will dance with us.
Would you care to dance with me, Lady Josephine?
I would love to, my lady.
That's awkward.
Sarah even responded positively towards me asking her to dance earlier.
I've never even talked to Josephine.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Josephine is nice. She was one of the people I was considering romancing at the start. Ram! Baram you, Baram you. To your fleece, your flock, your clan be true.
The matter is urgent, Lady
Okay,
Josephine.
here you go.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need
The
them to
boring
return to
quest is
Balmoral
over
as
with.
soon
Now
as
you can
possible.
play for
There are
yourself.
Ordinations. Make us mercy.
That's quite
And
impossible.
this is me handing over the
However, I will see to
headphones.
this matter
Thanks
as
for
soon as
watching, everybody, and Val will be on right now. Bye.
Please, may I have a word with you?
Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm actually going to go ahead and end the stream. I will be back at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time to the continuation of Dragon Age Inquisition Nightmare Mode. So, thanks again for watching. Run applause for Cricket Arya for an awesome job. And I will be back, guys.